Communication is not just what you say, it is how deeply others feel heard and understood. Because true connection is built on the feelings you create, not the words you speak. If you want to influence others, learn to communicate. First, learn to communicate with respect, clarity, and genuine care for their perspective. Most people think communication is only about listening. They nod, stay quiet, and believe they have done their part. But real communication asks for more. It asks you to understand, respond with clarity, and express your thoughts with respect and confidence. Many people avoid speaking up because they fear being judged, while others speak without truly connecting. This is where growth begins. You need to go beyond hearing words and start building genuine understanding. You need to express your ideas with honesty while being open to others. Communication is not about winning or staying silent. It is about creating a space where voices matter and connections grow stronger. If you are ready to master communication beyond beyond just listening, then let's dive in. Number one, speak with purpose. Speak with purpose and power every single time. So many people struggle with communication every single day. They try to explain what they say. They try to explain what they feel, but many people try to explain what they feel, but the words come out weak or unclear. They want to be respected, but others do not take them seriously. They want to share ideas, but they are not sure if their words matter. This is a real struggle with many face at work, in relationship, and even within themselves. You can see it. You can see it in the eyes of a person who speaks but feels unheard. You can hear it in the voice of someone who wants to influence but lacks confidence. And you can feel the frustration when the message never seems to land the way they hoped. Communication is not just about talking. It is about making sure your words carry weight. It is about making sure people stop and pay attention. And it is about making sure every sentence moves you closer to the life you want. When you speak, you are showing the world what you believe. Every word is a window into your mind. People decide in seconds if they trust you, if they believe you, and if they will follow you. That is why you must learn to speak with purpose and with power. Purpose gives your words direction. Power gives your words strength. Without this, your voice may sound like noise that people forget as soon as it ends. But when you speak with purpose and power, you turn every conversation into an opportunity. You create respect, influence, and impact. People lean in, people listen, people remember. The first step is clarity. You must know what you want to say. You must know what you want to say before you say it. Too often, people talk without clear intention. They let words drift out without order or focus. And when that happens, the message is lost. You must pause and ask yourself why you are speaking. Are you trying to teach something? Are you trying to inspire? Are you trying to lead? Are you trying to build trust? When you know the answer, your words come out stronger and cleaner. Your voice becomes steady. Your message becomes sharp. You no longer waste energy on sentences, no longer waste energy on sentences that do not serve a purpose. The second step is conviction. Conviction is the fuel behind your words. Conviction is the fuel behind your words. People can hear it in your tone. People can see it in your eyes. They can sense it in your presence. If you doubt yourself, they will doubt you. If you hesitate, they will hesitate. But if you speak with conviction, you make people believe. Conviction does not mean shouting. It does not mean forcing. It means speaking from a place of deep belief. It means knowing that your words are worth hearing. It means trusting that your ideas are valuable. That inner trust creates outer strength. That inner fire creates outer influence. Another key is presence. Presence is the energy you bring into every moment. It is the way you stand. It is the way you breathe. It is the way you hold your space. A person with presence can speak few words and still command the room. A person without presence can speak. A person without presence can speak many words and still go unnoticed. Presence comes from awareness. It comes from knowing that this moment matters. It comes from carrying enough to give your full attention when you speak. Stop thinking about the past. Stop worrying about the future. Be fully present right now. People can feel it when you are truly with them. That feelings makes that feeling makes your words powerful. Let us also talk about simplicity. Too many people think that strong communication means using big words. They try to sound smart instead of being clear. They try to impress instead of connect. But the truth is, simple words carry the greatest power. But the truth is, simple words carry the greatest power. When your message is clear, people understand. When your message is simple, people remember. When your message is direct, people act. Do not hide behind complicated phrases. Do not try to dress your message with layers. Speak in a way that touches the heart. Speak in a way that anyone can understand. Simplicity is strength. Confidence is also built through preparation. Many people fail to speak with power because they do not prepare. They think they can just show up and wing it. But preparation is a form of respect. It shows that you care about your message. It shows that you care about your audience. Preparation gives you confidence before the words even leave your mouth. When you prepare, you remove fear, you remove confusion, you remove hesitation. That does not mean memorizing every line. It means knowing your message so well that it becomes part of you. It shows knowing your message so well that it becomes part of you. When you prepare, you speak with freedom and strength. Emotion is another key to speaking with power. People may hear your facts, but they feel your emotions. If you want to move someone, you must connect to their feelings. Think about the last time you heard a person speak with passion. You could feel their energy in your body. You could sense their excitement. That is that is what makes words unforgettable. Do not be afraid to show your emotions when you speak. If something excites you, let your face show it. If something matters to you, let your voice carry it. Emotion makes communication real. Emotion makes communication human. Let us remember also the power of listening. Speaking with purpose does not mean ignoring others. True communication is a two-way street. When you listen deeply, you learn what matters to people. When you listen, you gather the information that makes your message stronger. Listening shows respect. Listening, listening shows care. And when you listen well, your response becomes powerful because it is based on real understanding. Speaking with purpose is not only about your words, it is about how your words fit into the conversation that is already happening. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop speaking just to fill silence. Too many people speak because they feel uncomfortable with quiet. They think silence is awkward, so they rush to cover it. But silence is not your enemy. Silence is your ally. Silence gives your words more weight. Silence gives people time to absorb your message. Silence shows that you are in control of silence shows that you are in control of the moment. Do not fear it. Do not fear it. Use it. When you pause, people lean in. When you pause, people lean in. When you pause, people reflect. When you pause, your words sink deeper. Speaking with purpose and power also means knowing who you are talking to. Every audience is different. Every listener has their own background, their own worries, their own goals. If you want your words to matter, you must consider the person in front of you. Are you speaking to a team that needs motivation? Are you speaking to a friend who needs comfort? Are you speaking to a group that needs clarity? Your words must match their needs. Purpose is not only about what you want to say, it is about what they need to hear. Power comes when your message serves the people who are listening. You must also practice self control. Power in speaking does not come from endless talking, it comes from knowing when you stop. Another key: ask better questions that open doors for connection. Every day, people talk to each other, but most of the time, they are not really connecting. You can see it in the way conversations end quickly. You can see it in the way conversations end quickly. You can feel it in the way people walk away, still feeling unknown. You can hear it in the way answers are short and without depth. Many people ask questions only to keep the talk moving, not to truly understand. They ask out of habit, not curiosity. They ask out of politeness, not purpose. And that is why so many conversations feel empty. People crave real connection. People want to feel that someone cares. People want to feel seen, heard, and valued. And one of the strongest ways to create that feeling is by asking better questions. Questions are not just words at the end of a sentence. Questions are doors. When you ask a good question, you invite someone to open up. You give them permission to share what they truly think and feel. You show them that Their story matters. You make them feel safe enough to go deeper. You make them feel safe enough to go deeper. A good question can turn a stranger to a friend. Yeah, a good question can turn a stranger into a friend. A good question can turn silence into trust. A good question can take a flat conversation and make it alive. That is the power of asking better questions. Most people settle for surface questions. They ask how someone is doing, but they never go beyond the word fine. But they never go beyond the word fine. They ask what someone does for work, but they never ask that work. But they never ask what that works mean. But they never ask what that work means them. Yeah, they ask what someone does for work, but they never ask what that work means to them. They ask where someone lives, but they never ask what makes that place feel like home. Surface questions keep conversation safe, but they also keep them shallow. If you want to build real connection, you must dare to go deeper. You must dare to go deeper. You must learn to ask questions. You must learn to ask questions that touch the heart. You must learn to ask questions that bring out emotions and values. The first key to asking better question is intention. Why are you asking? Are you asking just to fill the space? Or are you asking to learn something real? When your intention is shallow, your questions will be shallow. But when your intention is genuine, your questions will carry weight. People can sense your motive. They can feel if you truly want to know. They can tell if you care. That is why you must slow down and be clear about your purpose. Do you want to know what drives them? Do you want to know what they believe? Do you want to know how they see the world? The intention shapes the question, and the question shapes the answer. The second key is listening. Many people ask questions, but they do not listen to the answers. They rush to the next question before they understand the first one. They focus more on what they will say next instead of what the other person is saying now. Truly, true listening means true listening means giving your full attention. It means letting silence exist long enough for the other person to go deeper. It means holding back the urge to interrupt. It means you respect the answer even even if it is not what you expected. When people feel truly heard, they will share more. They will trust you more. They will open doors that they will normally keep closed. Better questions come from curiosity. Curi- Curiosity is the foil that drives connection. Curiosity is the foil that drives connection. When you are curious, you naturally ask questions that matter. You want to know the why behind the what. You want to know the feelings behind the facts. You want to know the dreams behind the daily routine. Curiosity makes people feel important because it shows that their life is interesting to you. Curiosity shows that their life is interesting to you. When you are genuinely curious, people feel safe to share their inner world. They feel valued because someone took the time to care. You must also learn to ask open questions, closed questions, shut conversation down. They lead to short answers. They leave no room for depth. But open questions invite stories. They allow people to explore. They give them freedom to share more than just facts. Instead of asking if someone likes Instead of asking if someone likes their job, ask what they enjoy most about it. Instead of asking if they had a good weekend, ask what made it meaningful. Instead of asking if they are happy, ask what happiness looks like to them. This kind these kinds of questions create a space for real expressions. They open the door to connection. It is also important to ask. It is also important to ask questions that respect emotions. Many people are afraid to ask about feelings because they think it will be too personal. But emotions are where connection lives. Connection lives. If you avoid emotions, you avoid depth. You can ask in a gentle way. You can ask what was hardest about their week. You can ask what moment gave them the most joy. You can ask what memory still stays with them today. These questions touch the heart. They let people they let people express what is real. They build bridges that facts alone cannot build. The timing of your questions matters as well. A power a powerful question at the wrong time can feel heavy or unwanted. But the same question asked at the right time can feel like a gift. Pay attention to the moment. Notice their energy. Notice their comfort. Notice their signals. When people are ready, your question will feel when people are ready, your question will feel natural. When people are not ready, your question may feel forced. Timing shows care. Timing shows that you are paying attention. Timing shows that your questions are about connection, not control. Better questions also shows humility. When you ask, you admit you do not know everything. You show that you are willing to learn. You open yourself to new ideas. That humility builds trust. People respect someone who admits they want to understand. People like someone who values their perspective. Asking better questions is not about proving your own wisdom. It is about drawing out the wisdom of others. That humility makes your presence refreshing. One of the most powerful questions you can ask is why. Why opens doors that what and how cannot always reach. Why gets to the reason. Why touches the values. Why connects to the deeper layers of thought. But you must ask why with care. If you ask it too quickly, it may feel like judgment. If you ask it with kindness, if you ask it with kindness, it feels like interest. If you ask it with patience, it feels like care. Why helps people reflect. Why helps people discover their own meaning. Why turns a simple talk into a powerful conversation. Asking better questions also requires patience. Sometimes people need time to open up. Sometimes they need time to find their words. If you rush, you break the moment. If you push, you close the door. Patience means letting the conversation breathe. Patience means allowing silence to exist. Patience means respecting their peace. Patience creates comfort. That comfort creates trust. That trust creates connections. You can also ask questions that focus on the future. Many people are stuck talking about the past or the present, but future questions inspire vision. They invite hope. They spark excitement. Ask someone what they are looking forward to. Ask, ask what they dream about building. Ask what change they want to see in their life. Future questions create light. They help people feel inspired. They help people connect to their own potential. And when you ask, you join them in that vision that creates a bond that is strong and positive. Do not forget the importance of follow up questions. What question is only the beginning? One question is only the beginning. The answer gives you clues. The answer gives you clues. Follow the clues. The answer gives you clues. Follow the clues. If someone tells you they love a certain hobby, if someone tells you they they love a certain hobby, ask what drew them to it. If they tell you they had a hard year, ask what helped them get through it. If they share a success, ask what it meant to them. Follow up questions show that you are paying attention. They show that you care about the details. They show that you care about details. They show that you value more than just surface talk. Another key is authenticity. Do not ask questions just do not ask questions just to sound smart. Do not ask questions just to impress. Ask questions because you want to know.